This is cow 886, and as you can see, she was in a horrendous amount of pain just a few weeks ago when we first saw her. So I was desperate to get her in the crush so that we could get her feet in the air and see if there was anything at all we could do to help her.
It'll be interesting to see just how much we can help her. Hopefully we can.
Hopefully I wouldn't live to regret saying those words. Once she was in the crush, we got her back left foot in the air and immediately found one of her problems. She had a problem with the heel of her medial claw. That's the inner claw. Usually cows get problems with the outside or the lateral claw of their back feet, so this case was a little unusual. It was mild though, and we applied a block, so hopefully that fixed that. As you can see, her front foot was a completely different story. She had an abscess deep within the white line area of her medial or inside claw. Remember, she could barely touch the ground, let alone actually stand on this foot before she came into the crush, and this would explain exactly why that was. As this trim progressed, it got worse and worse. The infection or abscess had caused the whole of her sole to delaminate or separate or split away from the corium. So we removed all of the overburdening horn and kept cleaning as we go, but it just seemed to get worse and worse. I was starting to think, was there anything we could truly do to save this cow's foot? But we persevered, we cleaned it up, dressed it with iodine and wrapped it with salicylic acid, and we sent her on her way.
And just like that, we're back, and here she is, looking okay, I think. I'm not sure. Let's find out whether or not we've healed her. This is the Hoof GP, and this is cow 886. Hit the subscribe button right now and enjoy the rest of this video. Hopefully it goes well. Come on. She's walking fairly well, but the proof of the pudding will be when we lift her foot.
I wanna close my eyes and go back, play it in my mind. A movie of us two, yeah, we were happy at the time. Can't remember what it felt like. We used to be so strong.
Okay, so this foot was all infected the first time we saw it. We ended up blocking the outer one and bandaging the inner foot. And then when we saw it again, it was healing, but definitely wasn't totally healed.
This is actually how it looked during that second trim. As you can see, we removed the bandage and underneath was a bit of a mess. It was beginning the healing process, but as you can see, it was very far from complete. So we removed all of that loose and disconnected horrible tissue that we like to get rid of, and this is how it looked when it finished. So let's get back to today and see what's under that broken horn.
This still doesn't look healed. It looks like there could be something lurking in here underneath all of this disconnected and detached horn. So let's crack the grinder out and see how pretty we can get this foot.
This process of revisiting and revisiting a cow again and again is very typical of how we work. You cannot possibly expect a cow to go through such trauma and be fixed with one magical wave of the grinder, or wand, so to speak. Having said that, I genuinely do not know what we're going to find once we remove all of this loose and cracked horn, so I really am desperate to get to that point in the trim and see how we're looking now.
How's the feet looking? Alright? Getting there?
Miles better. Definitely not healed, I don't think. I think this bit here's still slightly open.
As you can see, her feet do indeed look far better than they were, but I don't think they're completely healed, so it's important that we don't just rest back on our laurels and expect everything to go swimmingly. We need to do the best possible job we can on this trim and every trim we ever carry out for any cow, not just this one. This remaining part of the original lesion would be where it originated from, where it emanated from, where the heart of the abscess was, or burst out of the white line. And that's why it's being persistent, and that's why it's the hardest point to cure. I crack out my grinder to thin out that wall horn, because it's extremely hard to cut through with my knife. Then, once I've thinned out the margins, I clean up the outside claw so that we can attach a block before going back to that lesion and making sure to get all of that detached horn removed.
Silent treatment, is this what it feels like when your heart is aching, when it bleeds? If it's over, just say it out loud. Say those words, go ahead, just shout it out. Just be honest, be a man right now. Say it's over, if it's over. Do you remember when we went to Paris in July?
Right, so where are we at? She clearly isn't healed. She does still have a problem within the white line of that heel area of the inside claw. That is clear to see. But she is miles better than she was during that first visit. And I am really proud at how far she's come in such a short time. But the proof of the pudding is in the walking. So let's see how she does that.
Silent treatment, is this what it feels like when your heart is aching, when it bleeds? If it's over, just say it out loud. Say those words, go ahead, just shout it out. Just be honest, be a man right now.
And that is another happy ending. Almost. Guys, thanks for watching. As always, goodbye from me and goodbye from him. Where is he? Oh, he's there.